never meaning no harm. Beats all they ever saw when the trouble, when the loss, since a daisy was born. Got them good old boys out here. Yes, y'all, it's your boy JBZ back. Like I never left. Election is over with, you guys. And it's quiet in the mug out here. You can hear a pin drop out this joint on this election that just happened. This was the most stressful election that I ever imagined in my years of living. Yes, it is. I never seen so many people just talk about negativity in 2024. Yes. Anytime election season come along, you know it. The Confederate flags on the back of the trucks, the US flag, everything's flying high here in the United States of America. And even that it's over right now, you guys. The election is done. We know in January who's about to take office. There's a saying sometimes, you never talk about politics and religion, right? But there's some douchebags out there that just like to talk about politics in the bar. Yes, knowing that it's a emotional conversation to have. And why do they want to come talk to me about it on this particular day? Hey, how you doing? He brushed up against me. Oh, my bad, bro. You know, he ordered a Jameson, and he asked for he asked for a PBR. I was like, oh, no, all right, PBR, yeah, I know that. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm like, hey, how you doing, sir? Man, good, good, good. Man, I'm glad this fucking election is over. I'm like, yeah, it was really stressful. Then he go, I know who you voted for. I was like, You know who I voted for? Word? Now, I started to go ahead on and entertain the conversation, but I didn't entertain it, you guys. I wanted to hear what this douchebag had to say. So here it is. Well, I tell you what, man. This voting election was very stressful, sir. And I'm sorry. You served in the military? He said, yes. I was like, man, thank you for your service. I had a great grandfather, and my grandfather, my father, and them, they served in the military too, right? That's how I let it off. From that point on, he started talking to me about what was going on in the military. He fought in Desert Storm. So now I got all the politics, and now we just talking about what he did in the military, and I'm kind of glad. He said he was there during the time of kind of Black Hawk went down, Mogadishu, all that stuff. And I'm thinking okay, boom, boom. But we're not talking politics, so it's a good thing. But you know what? This mofo he must have an agenda because he turned it right back around. Yes. Turned it right back around, you guys. What you think Donald Trump's gonna do this time? I think, shit, I'm gonna tell you like this. He gonna do better than he did the first time. I'll tell you that. What did that mean? I don't know. What do you think it means? I mean, what did he do last time that had you to vote for? This dude went off and told me that the border, he liked the fact that Donald Trump, Mexico's gonna build this wall and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh shit, yeah, he was on it. I was like, oh gee, oh shit, all right. And then I'm listening for the next thing, and I ain't hear the next thing. I ain't hear nothing about the economy, education, and nothing. So this time on my mind, I gotta think. He ordered a Jameson and a PBR. He's a lower class white person. Probably grew up poor. Probably grew up eating cream of wheat. So I went on to ask him, hey, where you from? Told me South Carolina. I said, uh-oh, there it is. I said, man, I said, you know one thing that I miss? And this is what I do with anyone who I talk to. I always ask them, you know one thing that I miss? Some say what? Some don't answer and they just look. And I'm like, look, when I was in high school, when it was like forward to eat pizza and shit, I look forward to that pizza and shit because the rest of that fucking food was just nasty. And they were like, yeah, dude. And they just start coming at me and talk about, how they needed better school lunches in school, but it's public and it's government. That's how I know that I'm talking to someone of a low income when it comes to a white person. But this guy here, it's pretty different. He served in the military, so he had an insight, and he had something else that he had to get off his fucking chest, y'all. Yeah, and I'm about to bring it to you right now.
That was easy.
He said if his friend in the military, who was his best friend in the military, who was a black guy, can use the N-word, is he allowed to use it? You guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I said, you was in the military, right, sir? He was like, yeah. I said, I'm pretty sure through boot camp, they called you all types of fucking names. They probably called you, a refrigerator, cracker, fucking pale face. They probably called you all those names in there. I'm pretty sure if they can say it in the military, you probably can say it too while you're in the military. But when you get out here outside of the military and you're a civilian, you're gonna have to watch out. That shit still ring bells. And they will ring your bell. But luckily, he was talking to an understanding individual such as myself who understand that we all come from a place of trauma. Trauma is something that lives and it will dwell and it will keep on dwelling inside you until you finally can kick the habit of having that trauma. We looked at years ago when Obama was in office, so many people were dying over opioids, addiction. We understand why they putting these steps in place for abortion. We look at the overall statistic and we understand why what's not about to be dominant anymore. Like, do you guys realize that, like, right now, the way the Caucasian race is feeling versus who about to be in office, this is the last step for dominance to rule America. This is not some run of the mill. This is not some type of part of America's society right now that is just gonna keep on living forever. No, after Donald Trump, there will be a Asian American and who'll be president. There will be probably an Indian American. It probably will be I can be honest with you, a German American. It can be the list is gonna go on and on and on after Donald Trump. They're fighting for position. We used to have one of the biggest militaries across the world, the globe, to only come from here to here, barely maintaining the ROI and the surplus budget to keep it going. And it's not because of the people inside America, I mean, we paying our taxes. Y'all keep going up on our taxes, keep going down, keep doing this, keep doing that, making new rules, move the goalposts forward, move the goalposts backwards, turn the goalposts to the left and right. Y'all keep shaking, shucking, and jiving here in the USA. But them other countries outside, y'all having a bit of old time with them, ain't you? I'm just saying, y'all, right now is it. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey said something for this 2024 presidential election for Vice President Kamala Harris running for president. A lot of us know Oprah on both sides. A lot of us have followed Oprah Winfrey's career ever since we've seen her on television. She has been a mascot for women for decades. Did you know Oprah got sued? No, what? Hold on. I'm sorry. Did you know Oprah Winfrey got taken to court for basically publicizing what was going on in the meat industry? Did you know that? For her to go to court for publicizing something about the meat industry and probably had to pay a hefty fine for it. Okay, let me find a way to put this because I want y'all to feel where I'm coming from when I'm about to tell you this. If Oprah happened to say something and she gets sued for it, they're going to say it's not true, right? But it's true. Because think about now, years later, it's 2024. What do we know about the meat industry? Why are a lot of people going vegan and not eating meat anymore? What she said back then is true to this day. So if Oprah happened to open her mouth and spill something, best believe I feel like she's on the inside knowing something, you guys, knowing something. This woman ain't have her face out for all this long because she don't know anything. She knows something. She has insiders. So she blurs out something at the national convention. It sounds pretty like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. It sounds like that. It sounds like, nah, this can't happen. It's a constitution here in America. That'll never happen. Right? That's what it feels like to me. But she said it. This might be the last time we voted. Or something like that on that longs of the line. Or it could be a certain amount of people who can only vote, or a certain amount of race who can vote, or they're not renewing something. There's something going on. Oprah said it, you guys. Now, yes, can I say it was fear mongering? I can say it was fear mongering, but think about this, you guys. A person like her on her stature don't become who she is unless she's been in lawsuits. She knows something. She has a very, very stature about herself that she can say some stuff. So, my thing is, I just want to ask you all, would America ever come to a point where we don't vote anymore? They just pick who they want to be president? We already know they trying to cut, slice, and slash the Constitution, Bill of Rights, and everything. You don't even hear anything about the Bill of Rights no more like you used to in schools. But this constitutional thing, they cutting and slashing, y'all. Whew.
That was easy.
I got something to say. This is just my thought at the end of my session. This is something that I just add in of my thoughts after this episode. Hear me out. It's just a question. Do you think America would use the military on its own citizens? It's just a question. This your boy Jay Beezy.